Oh, good morning everyone. Welcome to Grandad's Art Space with me, Terry. I just thought I'd better do an update because I haven't been online for several weeks now. That's simply because I'm having our new puppy, taking up most of our time. One thing or another, I seem to sort of like just get to a point where I didn't want to pick a brush up either. We get these times, don't we? So anyway, I thought today I'd just do a bit of turn the volume up. I'd do a bit of a roundup of what I've been doing, which is not a lot really. I've had a package through this morning, so we'll go through that. I want to talk a little bit about what I do, because I've got problems with trying to remember everything when it comes to painting figures, remembering recipes. So I want to start off with that. So what do I do? Well, first of all, get yourself a cheap little ring binder, and then what I do on the inside cover, I write down base sizes so I can remember what figures are suitable for what bases. So bind bases that then are useless. Then the first page I write down, now this is a new folder I've filled up with, write down useful websites. I've only got one in there at the moment because I've got books full of others. Then I start off with like this, French line. And what I do is I write down, like here, I've got jackets, dark Prussian blue with Cantor blue. So I know that if I haven't done that particular unit regiment in some time, I can go back to the book and I can see the recipe. I suggest that if you've got a bad memory, or you haven't sort of like painted in some time and you can't remember what colours you used, then make yourself a recipe book. Here I've got it French light, so that I know those as well, because I'm doing all my light infantry in solid blues. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't really bother. Tell you the truth. Just enjoy doing them in those colours. I like them in those colours, and those colours it will be. So that's that one. Anyway, for now. Then I got my big one. Now, in here, this is where I write down all my information as to what I'm doing with that particular unit or regiment, battalion, brigade, whatever, at the time. And for instance, in here I've got the Africa Corps and 8th Army paints. Doing sort of like I've laid out like for the vehicles, yeah, for each of the vehicles, grey or as normal undercoat, or a sand primer, which is, I don't have it at hand. I don't know whether I put that in a box somewhere. So then I start off with the first. Let me show you the first colour, which is a desert yellow. Yep, which is the main top coat. Then I go in with a tan yellow for the first highlight, and these highlights are all done in dry brush. Here, I'm getting so little sleep of a night because of the animal. It's just, my brain's just not functioning. I then do British tank, Iraqi sand, and finish off with an ivory white for the actual vehicles themselves. For all metal sort of parts, I use silver or aluminium. Then I apply some rust, just a little bit. You're not going to get much rust in the desert, quite honestly, because you're not getting much rain, so stuff doesn't rust so much. And then for the tyres, a dark rubber. So that's my recipe for the vehicles that I'm going to be using for the Afrika Korps and the 8th Army. Same colours, doesn't matter, they're all the same. Then I'll go over it all with an Agrax for the shading. Now I do that before I put on the dry brushing. So then I've got items needed to do all this. One large dry brush, some chunks of foam, and a detail brush. And you're probably wondering, foam? What's he on about? Foam? What did you want foam for? Well, foam, your little, when you receive your boxes or your plastic containers from Warlord, they come with the foam. I just cut mine into little pieces and then dip them in the paint, take most of it off, and then go over the vehicles doing the dry brushing with these, and then go over with the brush afterwards. So it's giving that patchy tightness, the patchiness to the paintwork. So it looks as though they've been through a few sandstorms and stuff has hit them. So yeah, I then proceed to write out paint entire tank with sand primer or normal grey primer. Paint entire vehicle with a heavy wash of Agrax Earthshade. Use foam, go over entire vehicle with tan yellow. Apply details at this point prior. I've got a little symbol there. I haven't bothered with any decals. Things like that don't worry me. I reckon half the time they're all worn away anyway. And then I'll write it all out, how I'm going to do it. And that's how I keep a record of what I'm doing as I'm going along. And it helps me remember. That's just a short overview. But I've got other things here which are loose because they fell out the ring binder. Things for shades, basing, layering, different types of what different colours do. So it's good to sit down, say with a yellow, and go through yellows, mixing yellow and white, yellow and black, yellow and blue, yellow and green, and seeing what you come up with, and then graduating those colours down. So you put light, less green in it, and you watch the variation of colour coming down, so you can pick your tones and your hues. I've got quite a few books here about different tones and tonal values and stuff, and it helps when you're graduating your levels down. You could just buy one pot of paint in yellow and one pot of paint in green, and instead of buying 20 different colours of yellow, if you've got a recorded chart of your colours, then you know that you need 3 drops of yellow to 1 drop of green, and you'll get that specific tone, and you can work down your tones. It's a lot easier, a lot cheaper than buying loads and loads of paint. I do that as well. So I've got books and books here about that type of thing. Orcs, not orcs, ogres, painting the ogres, washes and different stuff. It's just, I find it, oh hello, it's alright, my puppies come up to see me. You know, come up then, come on, let everybody see you. Come here then, come here. Ooh. You're a big one, and you. Oh no. Come on, help me. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Say hello to everyone. This is Toby. Don't bite me. Yeah, he's our latest pup. He's coming on. He's a bit of a handful. He likes to bite and chew. That's puppies for you. Ow! He's coming up his second food time. Alright, Toby. He's coming up his second food time. So he's come up to, ow, get me. Stop it, oi. He's come up to get me to get his food. So anyway, yes, that's our new German Shepherd. Get off. Go on, get down there a minute while I do this. I'll be down in a minute. Right. So, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to pause this. I'm going to get nowhere here. Right, sorry about that. We'll carry on there. Yeah, so what have I got finished? Oh, he's back again. What have I got finished? Not a lot. I'm still working on the French. It's taking me months, it really is. I started these in January. It's now 3/4 of the way through April and still ain't finished. The first battalion of French. I've got, that's one of the line infantry. I've managed to get 4 of them finished. So that's it. That's all I've got finished. That's my task been took up with Woofy. Right, I had a package through this morning. Sent to this beginning of the week via a letter to Bloody Miniatures. Okay, and that's a nice little package it's coming. I was quite impressed. Even a nice little bit of red reflector might come in useful. Packaging was good, apart from the post office done that. Didn't harm the figures, mind you, thank goodness, but yeah, just the post office done that. Right, carry on. Yes, Bloody Miniatures from Richard. Thank you very much, Richard, for sending these through. I'm having to watch the dog as well, he's up to no good. Really appreciate it. Now then, these are the English Civil War figures that everybody's been raving about. And Martin from Seventh Son said to me, you want to send for some because you'll be impressed. Now, as you know, my chosen period is the English Civil War, and I'm slowly putting a Covenanter army together, a Scottish Royalist rebel army, and a Royalist army, and a Parliamentarian army. So that's a lot of armies, but I just enjoy them. I love the figures. So he sent me these figures over to have a look at, and they are all very, very different from what anybody else produces. I received these this morning. That was very quick. Thank you, Richard. That came through very, very quick. I think I only ordered them. Was it Monday? I think it was. Not Friday, you're already in. So, these miniatures from Bloody Miniatures. Now, I'm not going to ask why he called it Bloody Miniatures. I'm really not. I'm wondering whether he's like opened his hand up while he was trying to sculpt them. But the sculpts are absolutely amazing. They are incredible. Each one, the detail that is on them, the facial detail. I've seen some sculpts. These are lovely. There is absolutely, you can see, there is no mould lines that I can see whatsoever. Let me put this on a little what's now so you can see it better. Now I will obviously have a closer look under the magnifier, but there you go, that's better. But I cannot see with my naked eye any mould lines. Yes, there's a little piece there, but that's... Don't eat the wire, you... dog. Sorry. He's chewing the wires up here. Get you out of there. Yes, that's there, that gate. That's got to be cut out. But you'd need that anyway to get all the metal running down from the sword. But apart from that, and a little bit of casting residue underneath, Richard, these figures are... Oh, what's that now? What you done? Oh, I'm sorry. Just put the wheel of my chair on me, dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll have to get back to you that dirty. Right, I'll try again. Where was I? Yes. There is... I ain't touched it that time. There is no mould lines from what I can see. No flashing. These are really superb figures. Nicely made, nicely sculpted. Each one, you've got several different types. You've got a dismounted trooper. Now these would be used mainly for skirmish games, I suppose, or you could employ them as, some of them as officers, sergeants. You could use some of them as dismounted dragoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could use 5 at least as dismounted dragoons. Probably a couple more. You could use them as forlorn hope, or you could use them, say, in the regiment blocks as sergeants and officers, and the occasional one as a character piece. You could use some of them on your main command stands. This one, for instance, would look alright on a command stand. They're so versatile in the way that they've been designed and sculpted. You could use them for just about anything. I'm looking forward to painting these up. There's virtually, like I said, there's virtually no cleanup. I'm looking at them and I can't see any cleanup here, apart from the little bit of gate between the sword and the leg. So, what height are they? Let's have a look. These look a little tall to me, but we'll have a look. Okay, we'll put to eyeball. Hang on, 28 mil. Try another one. 28 mil. They are bang on 28 mil. So they will go. I haven't got the English Civil War out at the moment, but that's the Warlord Games, so we know the size of them. Here, there's a bit of a size comparison there. Size difference, I mean. I'm not sure whether you couldn't mix these, unless you got that bottle, of course, with Warlords. There's a big difference. A big difference. But then I'm looking at these, and these are far better. They are slightly chunkier. Their heads are slightly bigger. Their overalls taller. You could possibly just get away with it. So I haven't got any English Civil War out at the moment. So I'm trying to comparison them with Napoleonic. But yeah, you can definitely see a size difference, a big size difference with Warlords. So I'll look at these are the ones I got from Ian, the Flags of War, the Jacobites. Perfect. Brilliant match. They go in well. That's going well with those. Flags of War. I'm assuming that the sculptor might be the same. Let me just get some Perrys, if I can find them. Perrys. I've got some Perrys. Right. Let me have a look. Yeah, they match Perry's. Perry's Metals. Sorry, those are not Warlord Games. My apologies. Those are Perry's Plastics, not Warlord Games. I haven't done any Warlord Games yet, so they may well match in. They don't match in to the Perry Plastics. But then again, Perry's don't make English Civil War, so that's no problem. The metal Warlords, yeah, they're suitable for the metals of Warlords. Yep. They're matching quite well. So, Empress, let's have a look, there's an Empress figure. Yep, they match into Empress as well. I don't have any any other manufacturers around at the moment. I've used them all. But on a whole, I found a little bit of a worm on that one. Just a little bit. No problem getting that. That's the only bit. But even the weapons, the half pikes, halberds, they really have turned out nice. A nice sculpt. They really have. Thank you, Richard. I'm looking forward to painting these up. I'll try and get some done and see what they turn out like. Okay, I've been rabbiting on there for 25 minutes. I'll leave you guys alone. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the beautiful sunshine here in Britain. It makes a nice change. It really does. We've had a bad few months, bad year, quite honestly. Let's hope it's a nice change. Take care. God bless. Bye.